Breathe music.
Hi everyone! Okay, so we're back again with another video. This time I'm going to be going over and summing up the first trimester. The first video, if you haven't watched that, I'll link it below. But that'll just go over us finding out and me telling my husband and that whole story. So let's just get started. Well, the first trimester, when I found out initially, and everything happened and we went and did the blood work, everything was great, and they did see that my progesterone levels were a little low, which happened to me in previous pregnancies as well. So at my office, I know some doctors like to wait, but at my office they prescribed me progesterone pills, and I started taking those right away, just to increase my progesterone levels, to make sure we didn't have a miscarriage or anything like that. And I continued that through, I believe it was through 14 weeks. I'll add that in. I'll figure that out. But it was just a small little pearly pill, easy to take. They had already prescribed me my prenatal vitamins as soon as I found out. Sent it over to the pharmacy right away. And once I had my dating ultrasound, which we got that done on December 31st, so New Year's Eve, we got that done. You'll see Heaven here. She's right here. Say hi, everybody. Say hi, everybody. So, we had the dating ultrasound done, and they gave us the due date of August the 11th, and we are extremely excited for that. And we actually find out on Friday the gender, so we're going to an elective early ultrasound place where we actually found out what Maya, her gender was, and they've been in business for years, and we're just going to go back to the same place and get that done as well, which we're so excited. I'm kind of on the fence as far as that goes, but you'll see in that video when it comes. But as far as the due date, I didn't know my last menstrual cycle. I knew when it was, but from the last menstrual cycle that I had was in September, beginning of September, and I was still currently nursing Heaven, so I wasn't getting my cycle on a monthly basis. Since she was born, I had only had maybe 2 cycles, because she was exclusively nursing and wasn't bottle fed at all. She just was exclusively nursing. So I had only had 2 cycles with her, and they weren't back to back. They were kind of one towards the beginning and one in September. So they couldn't, based off of my last menstrual cycle, they were like, okay, you could be further along. But once we did the blood work, my first initial blood draw came back at 202. So from there, they predicted, okay, you could be about 4 or 5 weeks pregnant. So once we did the dating ultrasound, which was about a week later, she was like, okay, you're 5 weeks then. So by now, at this current moment, I am 15 weeks. My weeks change every Sunday. But once we did the repeat blood draw, it went to 675. So they really just didn't know where between the weeks. I could have been 1 week sooner or 1 week later. So after the dating ultrasound, August 11th was the official due date, and we were ready to go from there, which it was really strange because even throughout the entire first trimester, I think I had maybe 2 vomiting episodes and pretty much no nausea. The only time I had nausea was if I ate something or smelled something that was like just really bad. But other than that, I didn't have increased smells. I didn't have any type of cravings. I didn't have the nausea or vomiting, which that's not to say I won't develop it later on. But I am taking that and being a bit hopeful, because with my son, that's how I was, but with both my daughters, I had it really bad. So hopeful that it's another boy, but we'll see. I'll be excited either way. They did blood draws. She kind of just felt my fundal height and everything, and said everything felt dead on for where I was at the moment. And by then I believe I was 8 or 9 weeks, and everything felt perfect. And she asked if I wanted to hear the heartbeat, but I know sometimes it doesn't come up on the Doppler then, so I just decided I'd wait. I had already seen it on the ultrasound, so I wasn't stressed at all. And then after that, she also went over like your history and everything, as far as just background things that they just need to keep an eye on if you have anything, which they kind of had our records already. And being that Heaven was so young, she just kind of skimmed through my previous stuff and asked me, this is what we have, did anything change, which it hadn't. And I am set to go back to my next appointment next week, next Monday, which I will give a recap once I go to that. But thus far, I have actually lost 6 pounds, which is surprising because, like I said, no vomiting, no nausea. It could be I guess it could go with the flow that I have been doing yoga before I got pregnant, and then I switched over to prenatal yoga once I found out I was pregnant. So that could have something to do with that. Also, my appetite has kind of changed. I'm not craving anything sweet. That's kind of the last thing I want this time around. This time I kind of want mostly healthy foods. Like, I want salad all the time. I am drinking water, but it seems that Gatorade has helped me a lot, because as far as water goes, it kind of makes me sick drinking too much. So I've been just getting Gatorade, the white Gatorade, trying to stay as clear as possible and decrease as far as sugar intake. But other than that, everything so far has been going great. I started out at 135. I'm now down to 129, I believe. As far as this pregnancy goes, I am excited to officially be in my 2nd trimester and continue to just prepare myself for labor and delivery by preparing my mind and breathing techniques and just getting excited for that. So I am extremely, extremely excited to just continue this journey and continue to prepare. We are excited to add to our family, and we're definitely blessed, and we just want to continue to just encourage others who are out there who may be having a baby, first time baby, a second, third, whatever it is. It's still a blessing nonetheless. So thanks for watching, and if you have any questions or just anything to say, just comment below. I definitely would enjoy reading the comments, and please feel free to like and subscribe. Stay tuned for the next video. Bye guys.